All right. Welcome back, everyone. My name, of course, is DM Rhino, and we're going to talk about another D&D horror story. Yeah, so remember, if you like this video, hit like, hit subscribe, ring the bell, do all the wonderful things. And today, we're going to talk about a D&D horror story from Gray Skies 9574 and titled fellow player keeps trying to my familiar. Yeah, so fellow player tries to keep on trying to hop on the good foot and do the bad thing with my familiar. Well, I don't know any other I don't know any other gosh, analogies for it. I don't know, whatever ones you want to see. I'll make sure that I take out all the swears, of course. Okay. So, there's just like a warning for the NSFW tag, of course, maybe in the harassment and uh, all these other things that come with, right? But when we have a look at the story, it says, "I've been 18F known the DM, 19-year-old male, and three other players, 20 to 19, in this campaign for years now. When I showed up for our first session, I wasn't told there would be another guy. I don't mind. He seemed a little weird and kept staring at my chest, but I tried to brush it off, as he was very clearly mentally disabled. And I simply asked him to look at my eyes, and he would stop for a while and then go back. When I introduced my character and her badger familiar, he immediately said, "Smash," as a joke, I think. But no, no one laughed because, yeah. So throughout this session, especially during combat, he keeps trying to roll to sleep with the badger, and the DM is just ignoring him. Keep in mind that throughout all of this, he's still looking at my chest. And then, after one especially vulgar comment about how good that little badger um, private part looks, I see him adjusting his, well, let's just say, his sausage in his pants. Safe to say, I don't really want to keep playing with him. How do I bring this up with friends? I feel it's also important to note that being the only woman in the group, I've often been made to feel like I'm over dramatic. I'm really not sure if this even is a situation to bring up with them. But if it is, how do I go about it without sounding like I want to cause drama? There's an edit here at the end. I texted the GM and asked him to call out the guy's weird behavior and let him know if he did anything, or I'll drop out of the campaign. Let's see how it goes. There's another edit here. The DM apologized to me and said he'll talk to this guy ASAP. And then, of course, there's an edit 3 here. The problem Dune is no longer in the campaign. We had our first session since all this went down, and the DM gave this guy a warning, and that was him on thin ice. Apparently, he couldn't restrain himself from staring and got kicked out of the group after much arguing. Joy and whimsy. Yeah. That was terrifying. I'm sorry that you went through that, Grace, guys. Yeah. It's always weird because sometimes if you do have mentally disabled people in your D&D group, that can be a bit strange. Um like you might not know how to handle it, and especially being so young, you might not understand, but you might not know like how to talk to someone properly or address the DM. But you did the right thing. You texted the DM, and the DM did do the right thing, and he talked to this guy. But the fact that like no one was like that whole smash joke, no one laughed, that could have been their first sign, and they said, hey, This is not on. The DM could have ruled it straight up there. Hey, we're not going to go into a furry territory here. This is not what the game's about. Um, so, and yeah, don't feel bad about, you know, as a player, if you feel uncomfortable, you should always speak to your DM and you should always bring it up. Don't, don't, don't think, oh, I'm causing drama. You know, the group is, it's meant to work well together. And if someone makes you feel uncomfortable or makes you feel like, you know, talk to someone. Don't feel like you're causing drama at all. So you did the right thing, and I'm glad that you are able and your group is able to still play without this bad player. But yeah, that would have been that's kind of bad. Like I don't understand why people feel the need to over sexualize things in a D&D game or try to, you know, sleep with everything in the D&D game just because they want to do it. Like, uh, apart from character thing, you could play a character that is kind of, you know, Quagmire from Family Guy. Of course you can, but you don't necessarily need to do that. You got to read the room and read the table and ask people if they feel comfortable about it. If they don't, you kind of don't want to do it, you know, and there also has to be consequences for your actions. So good for you for speaking up, and I'm glad you were able to carry on. But yeah, um that is the D&D horror story for today. Not very long one, but if you like this video, please remember to leave a like and comment and ring the bell, and we'll be back tomorrow with another video. Until then, cheers everyone. Bye.